Hello and welcome back, listeners, to the Allegendly podcast, where me and my co-hosts get a mystery topic coupled with some mystery facts, and it's our job to figure out which facts are real and which facts are fake. My name is Alex, and with us always is Joe.
'Cause we did it allegedly. There you go.
That's totally Frank Sinatra.
That's a Frank Sinatra tune. Yeah.
Yep, I knew it.
Yeah.
Out of the box.
There you go.
Yep, that's the time that he was singing.
Mm-hmm.
Nailed it.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what you get. That's what you get for, like, being, bet you don't know, like, a Frank Sinatra fucking tune.
I didn't say I bet you don't know it.
But, you know.
I even admitted you could do anything. Right?
I was trying to do New York, New York, which isn't technically a Frank Sinatra tune, but he sang it in the musical, so.
There's a musical called New York, New York?
I believe. I don't know if it's called New York, New York, but New York, New York's like the big song from it.
Yeah. Well,
so
the one thing I do know is we are 2 out of 3 holidays out of the way this season. Turkey Day came and went.
We're almost there.
Do you have a good Thanksgiving?
It was okay. It was fine. I had a fine Thanksgiving. Wasn't great, but it wasn't bad, which is pretty good because it was with that side of the family. So,
all right. So today's podcast topic is bent spears and broken arrows, oopsies and mishaps with nuclear weapons.
Oh. Uh-oh.
Please forgive me. I didn't know we had a lot of oopsies with nuclear weapons.
Well, you could argue the invention of them. Probably the biggest oopsie.
I mean, from
that was the original title of Oppenheimer. Oopsie poopsie.
Oopsenheimer?
Oopsenheimer. He's standing there with fucking Einstein at the end, like, oh, did a big oopsie, huh?
It's just like, oh,
did I destroy the world? Oopsie poopsie.
Ooh, oopsie. And then, splash page, oopsen.
Oopsenheimer. Inception horn.
So I mean, I would say, okay, so like I could see a lot of this centering around the idea of like testings and stuff like that. We had to test it, you know, just because like a lot of guesswork went into, and when I say guesswork, I mean it was like mathematically backed, right? Scientifically sound guesswork.
Yeah,
went into
it was all, you know, theoretical.
Yeah. But at some point you have to just drop the bomb, right? Like Nagasaki, Hiroshima were not the first to be dropped, period, right? They had to pull the pin somewhere else. So now, whether or not somebody was like in the Indiana Jones town before it exploded and couldn't find the sweet lead-lined fridge that Indy found, that was dumb. I'm sorry, right? That was really stupid. That was so stupid. He would be putting in that. Like, that's the only way that scene could have ended, and you'd have been like, oh, okay, I get it.
The idea that scene is even in your movie blows my mind. Like, it's Indiana Jones, and it's like, so then he survives a nuclear fallout. You're like, what?
Okay, so for the listeners that maybe haven't been graced with the greatest Indiana Jones film, Kingdom of the Crystal Skulls, ever.
Bless your bless your hearts.
Yeah, he stumbles into a nuclear testing facility, which in and of itself is pretty funny. Don't get me wrong. Like, the setup was fine. But the bomb does go off, and the way that he survives it, outside of plot armor, is he gets into a lead-lined, old-school, all-metal refrigerator. And then the bomb goes off, and it launches him, apparently, far enough to where the radiation doesn't get to him.
Yeah, like it would be one thing if like the fridge didn't move, right? But he gets launched like 4 football fields.
Yeah. And then he stumbles out. Now, they try to say, oh, he's all beat up. The dude is solidly in his 60s right now.
Yeah.
And they're not trying to paint him as a younger guy.
He would, yeah, I mean, he'd be like liquid in there. Like, so even if he survived the radiation, he'd just be a skin bag.
Yeah.
He'd be a bag of meat.
Well, because it's also heat. Anyways, what we're getting at is...
Whatever.
I think that was a nuclear oopsie from Hollywood. So there's my contribution to this podcast.
Yeah.
Oops.
Yeah. The worst thing about it is that before they filmed that script, Steven Spielberg apparently had a good script. And at the last minute, George was like, I want to do my script. And I guess Spielberg was like, all right. And they just fucking bombed Indiana Jones. Like,
yeah, so I think the moral of the story is, just like
George Lucas is off his fucking rock.
You don't give Trump the keys to the football, the nuclear football, right? Don't give, George Lucas the keys to the nuclear football of Star Wars and Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
I think that's simple. That's a simple rule to follow. So,
yeah.
All right, well, we got that out of the way.
That
was
nuclear
oopsies.
That was Lucas Corner on the Allegendly podcast.
We hit that quite often. We're good.
Yeah.
You ready to jump to the first fact?
All the breaking George Lucas news.
Well, you ready to hit that first fact? This could be incorporated. If there's an Indiana Jones fact here, I'm gonna be fucking insane. Like, I don't think the writer's gonna believe that we don't listen or I don't like look at her screen when she types it out. I literally like go out of my way to avoid that shit. But we call it every time for some reason. Something about it. It could be in it. I mean, maybe I'm absorbing the knowledge.
I think it's just proof of a numbers game.
Dude, last week we talked about Hannibal Lecter and the brain eating scene, and then she had that. I don't think that's a numbers game, dude. That's a fucking blatant, crazy coincidence.
It's no secret that I'm psychic.
Oh, I thought it was.
No, I was born and raised among traveling Romani people. Everybody knows this about me.
Your mom. Is that why your mom always know like what to make me for dinner? Like she always knew what I didn't like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she tarot carded it out.
Yeah, it's always gumbo. That's what I always had over here.
Yeah, she was just like.
There's got to be one thing he'll like in here.
Mm-hmm. He's the barrel upside down gumbo, like
done.
Obviously.
All right. Well, let's get to the first fact and see what we're dealing with. It might be. This podcast could get wild. So I really want to see where this is going. So, fact number 1. There is a massive hydrogen bomb sleeping in the mud just a few miles off a popular tourist beach in Georgia.
Probably.
Hydrogen bombs can't... Well, hydrogen bomb, is that nuclear?
Sure.
Oh, I guess it is. The writer said yes. I thought they were different.
Are they a different type of radiation or something? I don't know.
Well,
they might have different cores, right? Like one's made from plutonium, one's made differently.
Well, I think nuclear bombs are you split an atom, right? Or something like that. So maybe it is. Maybe it's the same. It's a nuclear bomb, right? You're just, like you said, you're using different stuff. Or maybe it's something dumb. Like there's a giant fuse that leads into the missile. Maybe that's just how stupid we are.
These are clearly Acme bombs. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. Yeah, somebody's just like, this is a good idea.
They call him Wile E. Coyote.
So, off the beach in Georgia. Here's another stupid question: does Georgia have a beach?
I believe part of Georgia is on the Atlantic Ocean. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's on the Gulf, right? I don't think
It's on the
Georgia
ocean.
is it?
I
So
think it's
Florida?
below.
What's just
I
above
think it's
Florida?
below Virginia, above North Carolina.
Yeah, but does it have that coastline over there, or is that the Gulf? Does it on the Gulf by
That would
like
be
Louisiana?
south, right? It's up on it's on like the East Coast.
Oh, it's okay. So it is directly above Florida. I couldn't place what was directly above Florida.
Oh, so it's below the Carolinas. Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
So
I was like, I couldn't remember above. I was like, I'm pretty sure it's next to the
dude,
Carolinas.
you quiz us on the West Coast. We're on the West Coast. We know the West Coast. It's easy. California, Oregon, Seattle. Boom, you're done. I don't have to know 15 different states in order to name. Don't talk, writer, like you. Like it's so
I at least
easy.
got the body of water correct.
Yeah.
Also, it's the Gulf of America, Alex. You fucking idiot.
I fucked up. Sorry. My Google's saying Gulf of America, so obviously I'm the dumb one. No, the okay. Well, I mean, yeah, sure. It's probably a tourist trap. Like it's probably a tourist trap in and of itself. The popular tourist beach is probably because there's a hydrogen bomb there. That's how dumb Americans are.
It still ain't blowed up yet.
Yeah. Any day now. We call it Mount St. Georgia.
You get 5 BBs for $5. Go ahead and shoot at it.
Who's gonna be the lucky son bitch? At the hydrogen bomb.
Fuck yeah.
Did you ever see the what was it? What's that movie called? Hot Fuzz. Remember when he has the mine?
Yeah.
That's what it is.
It's just like hitting it.
Yeah. And they just hear the mechanics. So yeah, I'm gonna say yes. I have nothing to go against it. The only thing that I have going for it is people in the United States are dumb. And that's something that they would travel to go see. A hydrogen bomb on the
I'm getting the feeling it fell off a truck. And the military was just kind of walked out. They're like, maybe if we don't say anything.
Well, and I do know that there is military
tech
out there.
Didn't we have 2?
Well, because nuclear bombs, right? Nuclear bombs don't work off of pressure, right? So there has to be some level of like actual nuclear things going on inside of it. And if that reaction isn't occurring or the materials are not involved, it's literally just a hunk of metal and circuitry. That's all it is.
Right.
So
maybe it is. Maybe it's like a decommissioned one or whatever.
So sleeping in the, but it says sleeping.
That means it can awake.
I don't like the idea. Like, I don't like the idea of a sleeping bomb. If somebody's like, "Yeah, don't worry, it's a sleeping bomb," I'm like, "That's fine."
I'm sure the next hurricane will take it out to the sea.
You know how many times I've heard stories about like, well, there's nothing in this minefield anymore from World War II, and then you're like, oh, dog blew up.
Yeah. Look, sleeping's never a term you want to hear about. Really, like a sleeping bear, giant. Bah.
Yeah. Nope. So I'm gonna say yeah. I'm gonna say sure. I have nothing to go against it. The only thing I got going for it is we're dumb. We're dumb humans.
I mean, yeah.
So cool. We're in agreement. So we're gonna go true. You feeling true?
Yeah, sure.
Fuck it. And stupid humans. We like bomb. Cool. Tourism.
I mean, it could just be like, well, you know what? Maybe we don't pick it up. You know, like it's here. It's cool, man.
Just... Yeah. They're the fucking government. George is like, you know that old saying, let the sleeping dogs lie.
That's a sleeping dog if I ever saw one.
You
ever see Five Goes West? I never finished it. I know he leaves that dog alone.
Yep. We leave that problem to the future people.
Mm-hmm.
They'll have an answer for
in an economy like this. Who can go around picking up bombs?
In the tight economy we have in 1975. You think we got money everywhere? Houses cost $50,000.
College is affordable. You
Yeah.
think we got money for picking up bombs? We drop bombs. We
Yeah.
don't pick them up.
Yeah. We obviously dropped this bomb for a reason. I say we see it through.
Part 9 of the Geneva Convention.
It would
He who
technically be a
touched
war
it last,
crime.
it's their problem.
Yeah, it
This
would
is
be
clearly
a war
the
crime.
beaches.
It's the beaches.
Yeah.
We let the
Yeah.
native folk deal with.
Look, if that Al Gore happened to be right, it's going to be underwater anyway.
Yeah. Obviously, per the signing of the Geneva Convention, the beaches are owned by the Kingdom of Atlantis. They are responsible for cleaning up.
I believe this is one Arthur Curry's problem. AKA Aquaman.
Does anybody have Aquaman's phone number?
Look, ever since we found that straw in that turtle's nose, he's been pissed. So I ain't treading on his territory anymore. You know what I'm saying? For diplomatic reasons.
Now let's move on to the real issue. Oh, fuck.
Anyway, with the current 35% tariff on Atlantis, it's a bit tricky right now.
Oh, I'm pretty, you know what? It would not shock me if Trump tried to tariff Atlantis and the administration's like, look, that's a little too far. We can tariff the island with the penguins, but that's as far as we have
to go. The king of the brine is not happy. I heard there's an octopus down there that plays drums and I think that's pretty cool, but I don't want him immigrating here. Okay.
Trump tried to call him and pitch the idea of make Atlantis great again. And they were not happy.
Canada said Neil Peart's the best drummer alive. Relationships fell apart after that. It's just dirty down.
Oh fuck. All right. Well, let's go to fact number one. We
everything was going well. Then they found that pile of garbage the size of Texas. They cut off all ties. Apparently that was the last plastic straw.
That's it's the last metaphorical and real straw that broke the relationships back. All right, well, I get we'll go true for fact number one because now I kind of wanted to see, there be a bomb there and it's Atlantis' problem. So let's go true for fact number one. There is a massive hydrogen bomb sleeping in the mud just a few miles off a popular tourist beach in Georgia. We're gonna go true. 3, 2, 1, bam. It is true, maybe, probably.
Oh.
So wait. So on a dark night in February 1958, a B-47 bomber plane took off on a training mission from Florida to Virginia to simulate delivery of a Mark 15 hydrogen bomb or nuclear bomb. At 2 a.m. while flying over Georgia, an F-86 fighter jet on a separate training mission failed to see the bomber on its radar and descended directly into it.
Oh.
The fighter jet was destroyed. The pilot ejected and landed safely in a swamp.
No!
Safely ejected. He lived. Landed safely in a swamp. The bomber pilot was able to regain control after dropping 20,000 feet, but knew he couldn't handle a damaged plane with a live bomb on board. Moral of the story, and there's more, but moral of the story, don't deliver a live bomb for training missions.
That seems weird that they had a live bomb.
Yeah. Like
I think they could have just stacked up some bricks, made the weight the same,
Yeah, and they just put a couple of sandbags in the bomb and then simulated that.
I think we're in agreement here.
Yeah, I don't think a couple of, kilograms of material to make it live is really going to set that different.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. What do we know, though? We're not nuclear scientists.
I'll tell you what I do know. I haven't dropped a bomb on a beach, so.
Yeah, either have I. Yeah, we are 100% free of that right now.
So in some way, we're like better pilots.
The most qualified, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. It says here, but he knew he couldn't land a damaged plane with a live bomb on board. Worse yet, the nearest runway was under construction and not an option. The pilot made a decision to fly over the ocean and jettison the H-bomb from 72,000 feet. The crew watched it fall. There was no explosion and simply vanished into the dark water. The Navy sent divers to look for it, searched for 10 weeks, and then gave up, deciding it's buried in the mud and better to let sleeping dogs lie.
Fuck yeah, bro. Fuck yeah, bro.
For decades, the military denied they had let loose a fully functional H-bomb, claiming instead that it was a lead dummy, and provided some receipts to back that up.
I mean, that would make sense.
Wait, dude.
Still, dropping a lead dummy isn't, like, great.
No. Well, I mean, at that point, you can just drop it wherever, right? Like, you don't have to take special consideration on, like, I gotta fly fucking 10 miles off the coast to safely just, no, you just drop it in the forest, right? Like,
I would say at least look out for some houses.
I mean, I'd rather have a lead bomb hit my house than a live nuclear bomb. If I had to choose
I'm gonna go
between
with no bomb.
I didn't say that was an option. Between the two, do you want a live bomb hitting the house?
So you want to be able to survive and see your crushed family.
Yeah, if I had a choice of 0 bombs hitting the house, I would have put that as a choice. But I didn't. The choice is binary. Do you want a live bomb or a dummy bomb?
If a nuclear bomb land on your house, you would never know.
Yeah, I would much rather.
I mean, unless you were hiding out in your lead-lined fridge, obviously.
Yeah, that's where I stay when I'm like, I got a sandwich. Oh no, I fell in. Boom.
Yeah. Oh, me and Laureen had a fight again. Sleeping on the couch? Nah, the fridge.
In the refrigerator. So it says here, for decades, the military denied they had let loose a fully functional H-bomb. Okay, lead dummy. However, a FOIA request in the mid-90s revealed congressional testimony from 1966 where the Assistant Secretary of Defense stated it was a complete weapon with a plutonium trigger. Now, best case, a more conventional bomb explosion would cripple the fishing industry for generations if detonated. Worst case, Georgia's sleeping dog could someday deliver a 3.8 megaton nuclear blast, 250 times the size of Hiroshima.
Why? Why did we make bigger ones? Like, why did we do that? Like,
I know exactly why.
Who saw Hiroshima and was like, I bet we can get it bigger.
Joe, it makes sense when you put United States as the supervillains of the world.
That's true. Yeah.
You think we're like, it's comical how much of like supervillains we are sometimes. Like there's somebody watching Hiroshima and they're like, I think we could make it bigger. You know what I mean? And then they try to make it bigger.
My favorite part about all of that, they watched it like, we made the rational decision today, boys. Drop another one.
Yeah. Hit them again. And then
I don't think they got the message.
Yeah. So yeah, no. At any point, we could be getting a news story. I would assume that it's waterlogged, right? The water took care of it. Plutonium trigger.
Can water take care of that?
If it rusts out, I would assume, right? It needs like an electrical trigger. It's been sitting there for, unless it's mechanical. And at any point, the brine or whatever, the salt water could eat away, and then it goes ka-dink. Like I don't know. I don't know what sets it off. I don't know what it means to have a plutonium trigger. Like, okay, look, I will say this: if Back to the Future has taught me anything, okay, he needed that, like either a Mr. Fusion, right, for or a nuclear reaction for the 1.21 gigawatts it needed to get the flux capacitor working. If they don't have 1.21 or 28 gigawatts, it can't happen. It's not like that.
Well,
thing
that's
would...
just for going back in time,
right? It sounds like right here it says in the thing, right? It would set back. It would cripple the fishing industry for generations if detonated. It sounds like it would set back in time the Georgia fishing industry. So, in a sense,
in a sense, after it goes off, we would be working our way back to the future.
Yep.
So
thanks, 1967 or 1958. Thank you, 1958.
Look, man, it's been sitting for a while. I think we're fine, right?
It's almost 100 years.
That's got to be the half-life of that, right?
Dude. Oh, here, hold on. There's more. It says, you're right. You can absolutely get... Oh, yeah, they do. They do. It is a tourist attraction. You can absolutely get Tybee Bomb hot sauce and t-shirts and other merch. Also, in Monsterverse graphic novel Godzilla Dominion, the Titan named Scylla finds the sunken warhead off the coast of Savannah, Georgia, having sensed its radiation. Oh, as a potential food source, Godzilla and the Coast Guard forced Scylla to retreat, and they safely recovered the bomb. Godzilla
So we just gotta wait for Godzilla. Oh. Okay.
Yeah. Which is weird, seeing that Godzilla was a nuclear bomb.
Yeah. Well, it doesn't want competition, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
That's free market capitalism, baby.
All right, well, that's good to know. So, all right. Here we go. We'll go to fact number 2. See how much more nuclear shenanigans we got. Fact number 2. Just 1 month after the Georgia incident in neighboring South Carolina, a U.S. bomber accidentally dropped a denuked A-bomb on the backyard of a World War II vet, blowing off the side of his house, injuring 6 people of his family, and vaporizing his chickens.
Super true.
Oh, yeah. I have no doubt.
Like, I guess we'll find out when you gave option A or B if you really like option A.
So, okay, wait. If this is true, nobody died.
True. Too true.
It vaporized his chickens. But here's a fun thing about that. I don't give
they don't have
fuck
souls.
About chickens. Like, they're probably gonna be fucking deep fried anyways.
They don't have eyebrows. Fuck them.
Yeah. Yeah, you see that one chicken that can like live with like its face missing? Like, apparently they don't need a brain. Who gives a fuck?
Yeah, but think about all the chicken tendies you're missing out.
Yeah. Well, they were kind of made into tendies.
They're certainly tenderized.
Yeah. I think we just go true. I have nothing to go against this outside of yes.
This is how McDonald's got the shapes for their nuggets.
They splattered on the wall, and somebody's like, "That looks good."
I got me an idea.
Yeah, because
hey, McDonald's, listen to this.
Hey, you know the new menu item you've been looking for?
It's me, John McDonald. Listen to this. It's your cousin, Ron.
Ronald McDonald.
Remember that new nugget idea you were thinking of? Listen to this.
Oh, God. See, Back to the Future, always applicable. So I have nothing going against this outside of government fucks up consistently. They just dropped a real bomb.
Right.
By an accident. I'm beginning to feel like the United States has consistently fucked up. You know, we just didn't have like social media in the 50s to like call it out.
I'm starting to think like maybe the greatest generation is a bit of hyperbole.
Yeah. Sounds like the greatest generation limped its way to victory. Like,
It sounds kind of like sounds kind of more like we got lucky. Look, we hadn't solved day drinking in the 1950s. You know what I'm saying? Like
cigarettes were still considered a healthy pick-me-up.
like you could smoke in a car with a baby. Like
Yeah.
I think maybe we ran a little bit before we could walk with nuclear.
Yeah. The human race kind of does that, you know?
Yeah.
Like at least now our robot
we
overlords can
were-
tell us to pump the brakes.
We were hesitant to put seatbelts in cars.
Oh yeah, people were angry about that.
So
Drinking and driving was like, that's a affront to American freedoms. It's not right. Sometimes I get off of working in the mill and I want to drink a 12-pack before I get home.
Yeah.
That's how I have to deal with my family.
Yeah. So,
Hey, teach his own.
Look.
Freedom, America.
What's a couple of bombs that drop into the homes of civilians?
Yeah. The price he paid for freedom. I just feel bad. World War II vet, that happened to him. I'm pretty sure he thought they were fucking Germans were coming back.
He's like, fuck, they came back.
Yeah.
I knew it. I knew this day would come.
Fucking, we might have just activated Captain America, like right there. Like, boom. So I say we go true. There's no reason why we don't.
Yeah.
So, all right. Let's go
Easy.
true or fact number 2, that just 1 month after the Georgia incident in neighboring South Carolina, a U.S. bomber accidentally dropped a denuked bomb on a World War II vet's house. Sounds good. But only injuring 6 people.
And some chicken.
It's yeah, watch, it's gonna be false and actually vaporize the entire family.
Psych, it was a live bomb.
This is how we got the Dust Bowl. Or the Death Valley.
You ever seen the beginning of the T2?
Welcome to T2, motherfucker. This dude's like on the fence, just holding on. All right. 3, 2, 1, bam. It is true. So it says here, while its nuclear core was thankfully traveling in a separate compartment, so they learned something about,
Beautiful. Baby steps.
Baby step.
I like it.
The bomb's splody parts were fully functional and gave Walter Gregg a 35 deep. Wow. Okay. This was close. It gave him a 35 deep insta crater next to his garage. Luckily, the kids were all playing on the opposite side of the home, which took the brunt of the force. So the home got hit. How it happened mid-flight, a sensor alerted the pilot that one of the pins that holds the bombs in place had become disengaged. He sent a captain back to go take a look and reset the pin, but he couldn't see what he was doing because flashlights obviously weren't invented. So he's just sitting there with like his fucking oil lamp, like, oh no!
Let me go check the lighthouse.
Reset the pin. Did you pack more whale oil for these lights? Damn it. God. You had one job. Ka-chink.
All I have is this one beeswax candle.
I just have the Indiana Jones style hand torch.
Just
wraps it and oils it.
Yeah.
Goes back there. It says here, he couldn't see what he's doing. He reached up to grab something to pull himself up to see, but that something he grabbed happened to be the bomb's emergency manual release lever.
My man.
The 7,500-pound bomb fell off its rack and slammed into the bay doors, which flew open, sending the Mark 6 bomb plummeting into Walter Gregg's property where it exploded. The captain was stuck dangling in front of the open bay doors like a goddamn movie and barely managed not to get sucked out before the pilot could get the doors closed. The Greggs sued the Air Force and won a sweet $54,000.
Oh,
which barely
Like,
covered the
even
loss of
in
their house.
1960s money, that's low.
Yeah, it's only like 588,000. That doesn't even break $1 million for today's money. The captain who dropped it wrote them an apology letter. Yeah. Well, technically, he's not the one that fucked up. It's the guy that fucking Three Stooges his way to try to reset that pin.
That was the captain.
Was it?
Yeah.
Oh, you're right. It was.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought he was just a pilot. No. I think the funniest part about this is in every movie, and I know we base a lot of our understanding on the world around us on movies, but I think movies are at least 80% there. Maybe not always, maybe like 75. There's a lot of really grandstanding things, but like I still point to the fact that I didn't know what a camshaft was, and all you had to do was remember the spinny bit on Indiana Jones when he's under the truck. Boom, camshaft. Yeah. And I know now, right? Every time they show about like dislodging something in a fucking movie or something like that, they have like that lever's always jammed. So I have reason to believe I don't think a light breeze is gonna pull that lever. Like that dude really had to crank himself up.
Yeah.
Was he trying to do a pull up on the lever? He's like, there was no other way.
Do you bet I could do?
Yeah, 1, 2. He's like P90X on that lever. He's like, yeah, just to go back down.
Always be rapping.
Yeah, and then ka-chink. So, and then it didn't. What it's crazy is it blew the door open. The bomb fell, blew the compartment open. That dude now has to do a real pull up, like to stop him from falling through the opening, like a fucking Mission Impossible movie. So, that dude did his own stunts that day.
I mean, to be fair, he was almost sucked out of an airplane. So, you know.
I guarantee you he did not pull that lever ever again.
I'm a 4-star general, and I can say now, I never made that mistake again.
Fuck. All right, here we go. Number 3. In January 1961, a B-52 bomber carrying 2 Mark 39 thermonuclear H bombs were being refueled mid-air over North Carolina when it developed a leak on the right side. After trying to limp the off-balance plane back to the base, the wing suddenly ripped off, causing the crew to have to bail and abandon the plane and its payload. It's multiple choice. As for the 2 nuclear bombs on board, did it A, they performed perfectly, all safety mechanisms were in place, and the fail-safes were, that's not right. Option B, we were one Radio Shack switch away from nuking the entire eastern seaboard. Yeah. Yep.
That sounds about right.
If it is A, I will
genuinely be surprised. Yeah.
Surprised. We were one Radio Shack switch. I guarantee.
Look, some of our nuclear silos still run on floppy disks. We were a Radio Shack switch away.
Yeah. Okay.
This was 2009.
Yeah. Fucking. It says here 1961. This could you could copy and paste this, and you could copy and paste this to 2021, 2020, and same shit. Come on. Yeah, the football, that nuclear football we're talking about, that shit's running on like DOS. Windows 95.
Yeah. We're literally one piece of duct tape over a switch away from Trump nuking someone.
Yeah. All right, so fact number 3, we're going to say B, that, they fucked up, dropped the nuke, and we were one Radio Shack switch away from nuking the entire western seaboard. 3, 2, 1, bam. It is B. Oh, no, we're so shocked.
Shocking.
Oh, fuck. It says here the bombs performed completely differently, both failing in their own spectacular way. The bombs had a total of 4 switches that needed to be flipped from safe to armed in order to actually detonate. 2 of those switches were activated by pulling out a pin. When the plane began to jerk mid-flight, the bombs happened to roll on their racks in such a way that it perfectly slid out the first safety pin, which switch 1 activated. When the bomb fell off the rack, it yanked out the no longer pinned in arming rod, activating the second switch. This
Nice.
started the bomb's generator and the timer ticked down to final detonation. The third primary switch was in safe mode, so when the timer hit 0 and triggered the final switch, nothing happened. That third switch was a 28-volt MC722 ARM safe switch, which had been recently rejected because it was so unreliable. One engineer noted that it had been at least 30 incidents reported where the switch had armed inadvertently due to an electrical surge. However, on this one day, the defective switch miraculously worked, and it was the only thing that prevented a Terminator 2 style playground scene. Yeah. The second bomb started out like the first, rolling.
Dun, 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 dun.
Dun, dun. When rolling off the safety pin and then falling. Except this one, the entire rack came off. Fucking rack, dude. It didn't even pop. Like, it didn't even roll off. Like, the whole fucking rack just came with it.
Solid.
That's a little embarrassing. Like, even our fuck
it's always
ups
shit like this when people are like, "Oh, you can't trust all that stuff from China. Bad manufacturing." You're like,
this is the shit they're still trying to point out. It was always built better.
Yeah, always.
Fucking rack failed, dude. You guys couldn't even build a rack.
Yeah, my man.
Okay, with the bomb, and didn't separate and start the timer until it was in the air. Since the timer started late and the parachute didn't deploy, it had only ticked down about 10 seconds before it smashed into the ground. Never having a chance to activate the final switch, it took 3 days of digging bomb fragments out of the mud before they found the bomb's primary MC722 ARM safe switch, and found that it had been switched to ARM.
Sick.
All switches had triggered, and they had no idea why the bomb had not detonated.
Cool.
A post-mortem analysis showed that while the defective switch had flipped to the on position, the electronics behind the switch had become disconnected on impact. Through a sheer comedy of errors, it miraculously broke in just the right way so that the wires could not connect evenly when the switch failed. It truly failed its way to success. It took them a month to dig the first part of the bomb out, and by mid-February, they had dug down 70 feet and were still chasing it. I think, duh. The high water table kept refilling the hole with water, making the bomb sink deeper and deeper like quicksand in the mud. They eventually gave up, filled in the hole with the nuclear part of the bomb still buried in Northern Carolina woods. Don't worry, though. The government purchased the contaminated piece of property so no one could accidentally build a house on it or drill a well nearby.
Please tell me they paid more than $50,000 for that land.
I'm pretty sure Trump's going to be like, drill, baby, drill.
Yeah. All that government land, fair game.
Fuck it. I'm happy we got it right, but I'm fucking freaking out that in a time span of like 7 years, we've nuked ourselves by accident 4 times.
Yeah.
Like, we shouldn't have. If God
there
was
shouldn't
just
be like Carolinas right now
during this time frame, if God was on the phone, right, and not actively participating in stopping us from nuking ourselves, there would be no Georgia.
That's a theory.
Georgia would be a Great Lake at this point. Well, I'm going to go to fact number 4. I want to see how many other. I wonder if we're dropped 5 nukes on ourselves. Like, are we going to?
I would love it if it's all dropped to nuclear.
So here we go. Fact number 4: the U.S. has never had a broken arrow. Okay, dude, why do we even finish this question?
Has never had a
Anytime the writer lines up, right, a never to a comical situation, she knows we're always going to say no. That comical situation happened.
Yeah. What's the situation?
The U.S. has never had a broken arrow incident that resulted in the release of radioactive material. The writer knows we're going to say that's bullshit. Of course we've had that.
Well, so far no radio has been released.
I'm waiting for the situation where fucking John Travolta gets smashed through a train compartment and that actually happened. Like, You know, a guy was trying to help out and he got smashed through a wall.
I was waiting in the back of my mind, like how long it was going to take for us to reference the movie Broken Arrow. Like the second I heard a Broken Arrow situation, it took me good 10 seconds to realize we weren't talking about the movie.
I
was like,
wait, is there a Broken Arrow that's not the movie? I thought that's why it's called Broken Arrow. Broken Arrow is what, a nuclear incident or something, right?
I think that's military jargon.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Wouldn't it be great if all the if like Area 51 was just all our mistaken dropped nuclear bombs?
Yeah.
Like that's what the UFOs are, is just us accidentally dropping shit.
Roswell.
Yeah.
There's a gas balloon. No, it was a fucking nuke. Okay?
Yeah.
Like,
I mean, odds are at this point it might have been.
That's why they had to go recover it. I saw a little guy getting pulled out. No, you saw a nuclear bomb. Like,
yeah.
That's what happened.
You saw two people in hazmat suits. Yeah.
Dude, they Back to the Futured them.
Yeah.
Oh, they're alien people. Like, I wouldn't leave it to New Mexico bumpkins not to be like, oh shit.
There I was making turquoise jewelry, and I seen them.
They were silver men.
I was communing with my crystals when I saw them.
That's why I decided to open up the Roswell UFO Bar and Grill.
It's also why I stopped wearing amethyst.
So, okay, so what do you think? True or false? What do you think?
I think it's true.
All right.
I think by pure luck we have it.
All right. I'll go with your gut feeling. Your Joe tingle is usually on point.
So, yeah, no, I think by pure luck we haven't had any leakage. We haven't had a Broken Arrow situation. We've only had Broken Arrows that have leaked Travolta.
Yeah. Yeah. Our Broken Arrow situation is Travolta's movie's box office like bombing. Like that's our Broken Arrow. Yeah. All right. Well, then for fact number 4, we're going to go true that the U.S. never had a Broken Arrow incident that resulted in the release of radioactive material. 3, 2, 1, bam. Oh, it's false.
No. See, this is what happens. This is what happens when I even try to accidentally give us credit.
Yeah. You try to reason your way to,
hey,
maybe we're not as bad. Maybe we aren't the comical Dr. Evil villains of the world. Oh my God. Okay. So it says here, at least 5 Broken Arrow incidents can be attributed to the Cold War's Operation Chrome Dome, which involved the U.S.
No. Hold on. It's called Chrome Dome?
Yeah. Cold War's Operation Chrome Dome.
Is that when you give a blowjob with silver paint in your mouth?
I thought it was just what you call bald people. What sites are you going to? What is ChatGPT feeding you and your algorithm to?
Nothing. This is just me purely searching. Algorithm ain't got shit to do with
this. This is Joe GPT.
I wasn't recommended nothing, man. Even Pornhub was like, "You sure?"
Yeah, it just gave you a splash page. Did you mean this? Are you sure?
No.
They're like, maybe you would like this site better.
Keep on walking, you freak.
You disgust me. So it says, okay, at least 5 incidents can be attributed to the Cold War's Operation Chrome Dome, which involved the U.S. peacocking Russia with nuclear-armed bomber planes in the air on their border at all times, refueling midair for the better part of a decade. If that sounds like an insane waste of taxpayer dollars, yes. One Chrome Dome incident, or accident, was the bomb dropped in Walter Graves' backyard, or was the bomb that dropped in Walter Graves' backyard. 2 others, California and Maryland, resulted in the bombs breaking away from the crashed plane. So the plane crashed, but never detonated. The plane crashed I'm going to repeat that. The plane crashed. These are like billion-dollar taxpayer. The plane crashed with a nuclear bomb on it twice.
Yeah. Yep.
So you're right, dude. They were still trying to get past drinking and driving. The pilot's like, I got it. I fly better drunk.
Dude, I quit drinking 8 hours ago. We're good.
Hey, don't worry. I had like 2 cigarettes. I'm fine.
I'm fine. I had half a pot of coffee and a half a pack of Camels. Let's go.
Just fucking go. Get me in that plane.
Quit being such a sissy.
You sound like one of them hippies out in California.
Yeah. What's wrong with you? Don't you want to prove the Russians wrong?
Okay, so the last two involve accidentally dropping nuclear bombs on our allies as we patrolled Europe and the Arctic Circle to contain dirty communism. In 1966, a U.S.
You always got to keep an eye on them polar bears.
Hey, you know what? If we find out, I can eat crow. I'm totally open to. If we find out that Penguin Island that Trump tariffed is secretly like a mega base for like an ultra evil, League of Villains-esque communist communion, right? Like it rises out of the island and it's like in the shape of a skull. It's got like Putin, Mao Zedong, and all them. They're like, what are we gonna do about capitalism? Then I'll eat crow, and good.
Yeah.
We patrolled.
Maybe we should
kept an eye. We have to keep an eye on the Arctic Circle, To contain dirty communism, in 1966, a B-52 was flying over Spain and needed refueling. It was going too fast and collided with the tanker plane, which exploded, killing its entire crew.
Oh.
The bomber plane began to fall apart, killing 3 of the men. While 4 ejected and made it to safety, the bomber was carrying 4 Mark 20. Okay, 4 Mark 28 hydrogen bombs, which plummeted down towards the small Spanish fishing village below.
One's enough.
Wait, there's more.
One's enough. Why is there 4 of them on there?
1 bomb landed in the ocean.
Perfect.
Perfect. A local fisherman named Francisco saw it drop and would eventually help the U.S. Navy retrieve it. Thanks, Francisco.
We even got it back. That's good.
That's good. The other 3 bombs hit land.
Oh, getting worse.
And while it did not trigger a nuclear blast, the conventional explosions on board detonated on 2, effectively turning them into dirty bombs. The nuclear cores broke open and scattered radioactive plutonium dust all over nearby houses, soil, and farmland. We said, dude, our bad, bruh, and
man, we hate
clip
chickens, dog.
Fuck, dude. Then wait, there's more. Which involved hand shoveling the radioactive dirt debris into 6,000 barrels, shipped them back to the U.S., and burying them in a field in South Carolina. 40 plus years later,
that one now has a housing.
I just have to say, according to nuclear stuff we've done, we really fucking hate the southern east coast of the United States.
Yeah,
that's what happens.
Look, we already had to buy property in North Carolina. So
fuck, this place fucking sucks. Don't worry. I'm going to buy the land, we'll bury it somewhere that nobody cares about.
South
Carolina. It says here, 40 plus later, the snails in the Palomares, Spain, still show higher than normal levels of radiation.
Weird.
Again, I have to pause.
They weren't able to shovel all the dirt particles into barrels? That's weird.
I think you're missing the weirder situation. There is a normal level for snail radiation that is not 0. Like, okay,
Well,
so
I
wait.
think we all
When
have
I'm
some level of radiation because of the sun.
Yeah, but when I'm measuring it, I say usually like 0, right? Like, I don't know. That seems like a weird sentence. Do snails carry radioactive components to them? Are they little balls of plutonium that we don't know?
I mean, they're clearly radioactive mutated slugs.
Yeah.
Just look at them.
Just they're like glowing at night. They're like, I think there's a little bit more radiation on them. Give it some time.
Usually they're not so bright.
Oh, the snails are bright this time of year.
Oh, God.
It says here, the snails in higher than normal levels of radiation, and Savannah River, South Carolina, is still an EPA Superfund site, still requiring permanent cleanup and additional monitoring.
Weird, Carolina. You can't just bury it in the ground.
They did. Yeah. They probably repurposed the barrels. They just put them in a pile over there and put a sign by it.
That's fine.
Beware radioactive dirt.
Yep.
South Carolina sued the federal government several times for dumping the polymers and other radioactive waste there. So this wasn't even done by South Carolina's consent. They're like, fucking stop.
Yeah, that's what happened up here in Washington.
Dumping this stuff here.
They dumped a bunch of barrels in the ground, and then the barrels turns out rusted.
This might be the best podcast we've ever done. South Carolina's taking a beating, and it's not even like, because sometimes they're just like, nobody fucking cares about us. Give us money. You can dump here. I don't care. I got a mansion in North Carolina. I'm fine. Right? No, they're just like, stop it. Stop putting stuff here. Our fish and our people are dying.
Right.
Please.
Why'd you bury it next to a playground?
Yeah. Why are you guys always accidentally dropping bombs on us?
Right.
I'm starting to get my feelings hurt.
Okay. Also, you dropped it in. Why'd you ship it here?
Hi, dude.
You didn't even drop it here.
They sought it out. They're like, put it there. Like, they had to ship it in,
They looked at all their sites and went, ow.
Here we go. Don't worry, South Carolina. The federal government promises to clean up all the plutonium they tossed over your fence by. Can you guess what date? We'll play a game.
2035.
Damn, Joe. Fucking chill. 2037.
Nice. Look at that, dude.
God. Chill.
Told you. I
Psychic.
have the traveling Romani gene.
Were you drinking the nuclear wastewater in Washington? Is that why you have powers now?
I was born in South Carolina.
Oh, there you go. My mom told me a story about how I was born out of a pile of dirt.
Yeah. I always thought it was weird that they said you came from dirt from Spain. What?
Are you part slug, Joe? Is that what you are? You're a slug person?
No.
So it says here, not sure how Trump's big, beautiful 54% budget cut for the EPA plays into that. But if I know anything about Trump, it's that he's true to his word and never fucks over the little guy. So I'm sure it'll work out. On the fifth and last Operation Chrome Dome accident, we did the same thing to Greenland that we did to Spain a year earlier. European countries started banning the U.S. from flying over the with nuclear weapons, and the press was getting bad and accident cleanup expensive.
Where did we bury the Greenlander?
In 1968, Operation Chrome Dome has canceled. Okay, yeah, they don't say. Probably South Carolina, like
right, a different spot in South or South
put
Carolina.
It on the pile.
Just getting riddled.
Yeah, it's same irradiated dirt. Radioactive dirt is radioactive dirt.
Fine.
put it over there. We got a sign.
We put more dirt on it.
Yeah. We cut the radioactive dirt with normal dirt.
Look, okay, the radioactive dirt started on top, so we scooped the top off, and then we put it under. Get over it.
Dude, it's fine.
Yeah. Look, like we put it into barrel underground. Fucking hippies.
We took all that dirt and we took a bunch of extra lead-lined fridges that we had. And we put all the dirt in those.
Yeah.
It's
you
fine.
trying to say Indiana Jones is a...
Yeah. If he could survive in it, we're fine.
Okay. Calm down, SC.
It says here, in 1968, Operation Chrome Dome was canceled. After hundreds of thousands of flight hours, none of the planes were ever engaged any enemies or had to be used for the reason they were there in the first place, counter a surprise attack. The only damage inflicted during 8 years of Operation Chrome Dome was accidentally scattering plutonium over Spain and Greenland and blowing up some dude's house in North Carolina. America! Okay, I will say this. You can't prove a negative. Hey, you know what?
Maybe because we were just dropping shit everywhere, it made Russia think twice, right? These people are fucking crazy. Maybe that's why we never engaged.
See, here's the thing. Russia was probably doing the same shit, but they were dropping stuff in like Moscow. We can't even get out of Russia to drop shit, and they're in Europe dropping shit. I don't want to fuck with them. Let's pretend like we're gonna fuck.
These guys are crazy.
They don't even care. They blew up this guy's house.
They just put more dirt on top of it.
They scooped all the dirt and they took it back.
They said they got it all.
Okay, wait. I just had a thought. Do you think that they thought taking the dirt was good enough because it was called a dirty bomb?
Look, we scrubbed it down. It's fine.
I power washed the houses.
You trying to tell me my Honda power washer sucks?
Yeah.
Trying to tell me?
Then I brought in a black cat and I shoveled out the rest of it. I think it's fine. Dirty is gone. Fuck. All right, well. We got it wrong, but that's fine. It was worth it. I like that, Joe, you gave them a little bit, so I appreciate it.
I gave them the smallest amount of room.
Says, for some of these incidents, they literally did just power wash it. That's what the writer said.
They're like, what, you trying to tell me that 4,000 PSI ain't getting rid of it?
Cannot express how us fucking joking about stuff is true so often.
Like, I tried to give them the littlest bit of room, and they hung themselves so hard.
I don't jerk this podcast off.
I was like, no, I'm sure we've dropped many bombs, but obviously we never got leakage. Like, it's fine.
I don't jerk off this podcast enough, I think. Because we fuck around so much and we're so like on the nose with how accurate our joking predictions are. Power washed it, Joe. We were just kidding. And they just fucking were like, I guarantee you somebody said that. You're telling me that nuclear waste could stick around at 4,000 PSI.
Yeah. My mom's driveway was covered in moss. I power washed the shit out of that. You should see that thing shine.
Strip the paint off the wall.
Yeah.
You can't survive.
Yeah. Dude, this entire bomb was covered in paint. Not a lick of it there. Look at that. Gone. Ain't nothing left but good, clean, American-made metal.
All right. You ready for fact number 5?
Fuck, dude, I don't know.
Fact number 5: we stopped having broken arrow accidents in 1980. Like, we've learned our lesson, right? Like,
Yeah,
that's
probably because we just stopped flying bombs around.
no. Joe, you're doing it again, my guy. Nope, you gave him credit again.
Sorry. Take it away.
See, I know.
Take it away.
Deep down inside, Joe, you are a fucking Disney princess.
Well, like again, look again. We stopped having these incidents not because we did anything good. We were like, hey, maybe stop flying them around all the time.
But think about it. Do you think Reagan's gonna not do it?
Take it. This one's yours.
You're like, you see, like what happens is you're a smart dude, and you're like, we had to have learned, right?
Like, yeah. Again, like eventually, it's just like we get tired of bad press, right?
Like, so listen, this is in the 80s, so this is about 20 years after these incidents occurred, right?
Mhm.
Now, here's the thing. This is in a time period where the average lifespan for a person was what, like 60 years? These people are dead, right? So in the 80s, it's a fresh new batch of dumb that took office. They're just like, fucking let it rip.
I mean, to be fair.
Fucking, we got Cash Patel out there.
I think maybe this is when we started downsizing our nuclear silos. So maybe we were transporting a lot of bombs.
Maybe, yeah. Yeah, we were moving them around quite a bit.
Yes, never mind.
We got Cash Patel being like, well, sorry about dropping the nuke. We'll see you in Valhalla.
Yeah.
So, I think we have to, by the rules
Valhalla
of
is
this podcast,
just code for the new dump site in South Carolina.
send them to Valhalla.
Hell.
Maybe he did mean that. Maybe it is that. Maybe they buried Charlie Kirk there and he's like a Pet Cemetery situation. You know what I mean? Like,
if there's one thing I, Cash Patel, know, is that if you bury someone in nuclear dirt, they come back with superpower.
dude, what? God damn. Like, the fucking, we can't even avoid Pet Cemetery references right now in South Carolina. Like,
don't worry. We're about to get super, Charlie.
Well, wait. So if he was Republican, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you bury him in the thing and he comes back evil, would he come back traditionally evil, so more Republican, or would he come back less Republican, more liberal?
He's like really into Birkenstocks.
Yeah, like he's wearing Crocs everywhere he goes, and he's just like,
guys,
we should
really get rid of all this dirt that made me.
Yeah, like, listen, the EPA is something we actually do need.
Look, we should probably fund this. Yeah.
What we need is young people to go to college.
After now years of being called a mutated freak, I respect the black struggle.
He's just out there. He's like, man, I got Black lives really do matter.
Dude, they do matter.
Evil Charlie Kirk. He's like growing a little mustache too. I mean, he's just like
still has his evil mustache.
Yeah, he still has it. It's kind of like,
guys, abolish ICE.
Yeah, dude, I guess Pet Cemetery Charlie Kirk would come back as a somewhat decent person. Yeah. Hey, if we buried him again, he'd come back straight up like hard left Marxist. You know, like, I think everybody deserves a vote. But it would be like, look, we buried him twice. Put him in the third time, it's going to be too much. So
it's going to be too much.
Yeah. It's too much. Yeah, 2 times is fine. Yeah, that's about as far as we're comfortable going.
It's the proper amount of cook time.
Yeah, that's
don't want them too well done.
Yeah, you don't want it too well done because that could get really bad.
Then you get Captain Picard.
It's all like reading books. Fucking
this is a man.
I'm going to go on tour to debate people, make a show. He's got no hair.
Yeah.
God, maybe put him in the ground again then, like 3 times then. You know what? I'm down. Like, cook him again.
I'm in. Back in.
All right, well, fact number 5. We got it. We have to go false. We stopped having false. We fucked up more. I guarantee you the fuck up happened like 2 years ago.
Yeah. Yep.
All right, we're gonna go false down. Fact number 5. We stopped having.
I think I've learned my lesson today.
Yeah, hopefully we're fucking stupid. All right, 3, 2, 1. It is false.
Okay. Man, I would have been really pissed if we said true again.
Wait, so the problem wasn't policies or practices or the people, the politics or plutonium poison. It was the press. So the government just stopped releasing reports on Broken Arrow accidents and
God damn it. I was so close. I was like, oh, maybe we just stopped transporting. No, we just stopped telling people. Okay, yeah.
This is hands down my favorite episode.
Holy shit. Yeah, that makes so much fucking sense.
This is Trump 1.0. This is, you know what the COVID numbers problem is? We're reporting COVID.
Stop counting.
If we stop counting, those numbers don't go up.
Oh, peekaboo. Oh, where did he go? Oh God, they're back.
So it's like, okay, so we have had Broken Arrow accidents. Okay, so the government stopped releasing reports on Broken Arrow accidents. Have we had any? Have we not? It's like Schrodinger's nuclear accident. There was one bent spear, less severe incident in 2008 that the press did find out about, though, just a month into Obama's first term. This is Obama now. It's hitting close. This is 2008. Okay, wait. Oh, wait. Right. Oh, no. I'm sorry. We got a live action retcon on the Allegendly podcast. And you're going to like this one. So, no, yeah, 2000. No, wait. Oh,
2008
right.
would have been the election
Bush.
year.
Yes, so it was Bush.
I was just going to say, have been he didn't take office until 2009.
I know, it's a weird time.
Yeah, I always get confused on that. He got
elected that year, right? But then your term starts the year after. Okay, so it was Bush's military.
Still under Bush. Yeah.
Obama's just on the campaign trail at this point.
To be fair to President Bush, he was probably in Texas playing with his action figures, so he didn't even know.
You know what? There's something endearing about that, though, over, malicious golf court in the Epstein files leadership.
He was painting shitty portraits of dogs.
So, a plane that was supposed to be carrying regular missiles accidentally transported the nuclear kind.
What?
Okay.
You trying to tell me they don't label these things?
That was supposed to be carrying regular missiles accidentally transported the nuclear kind to another airbase without anybody noticing and sat on the tarmac unattended for several hours. Oopsie poopsie. Okay, so it did not contaminate, so it wasn't a broken arrow. But the bent spear means they sent that shit without knowledge to a place they didn't know.
Cool.
Somebody could have just walked up, unloaded a nuke, walked out. I mean, I guess you would have to, it's the same. Like, could I walk up and take a Tomahawk missile? Probably not. There's probably steps to get there, but there's a big difference between a missile and a fucking nuke.
Yeah. So, just unattended. Yeah. Just hanging out.
It's fine. Cool. Guys.
I mean, in their defense, we have lost more in the Carolinas. So, this is just one.
Okay, ultimately, in their defense, they obviously didn't label it. So how could they discern what's a nuke and what's not? So,
look, and they figured it out. Okay.
So, well, hey, listen, we got 4 out of 5.
That's not bad.
That's not bad.
That's a better track record than our government has with nuclear.
That is, you know what? That is 100% true. That fact is true. Oh, look, it's true.
Oh, 5 out of
5 out of 5. We did it. That's the bonus question. We've done better on this
week.
podcast than the government has done on placing our nukes. 5 out of 5. Go us. Well, you want to close this one out, dude?
There you have it. That was this week's Allegendly podcast. If you would like to broken arrow this across the internet, go ahead, hit all the buttons, like, share, subscribe, so that we leak and ooze like plutonium over North Carolina. Ooh. Yeah, hit any button, right? Subscribe wherever you're watching this on the YouTubes, but you can also follow us on TikTok and Blue Sky at Allegendly. And if you would like to email us any other dumb nicknames that don't make any fucking sense for military operations, you can do that at allegedly.podcast@gmail.com.
Yeah, almost the broken podcast incident.
Oh, this show's about to be an empty quiver.
Oh,
Anywho,
no.
so, oh no. And until next time.
We'll nuclear you around later.
No.
John Travolta or something, and Nick Cage maybe, and stuff, and Harrison Ford in a refrigerator.
Yep.
Checks out. Check the boxes.
Outro, there have I